open, my friends. Battles have yet to begin. Laughter we had in gales and floods, but if not, at least there will be blood. The sorrow and loss may abound. We'll do our best to hold this hallowed ground.
Need guidance on life, auto, or homeowners insurance? Contact Kate Woolman State Farm for all your insurance needs. Rates can be more affordable than you think, and protecting what matters most to you is important. Call Ben at 719-539-6265 and he'll set you up with what you need. That's 719-539-6265.
That was Rally, the Uptown, not Rally.
Well, you were describing a brunette halfling.
Yeah, unfortunately, Rally is also a brunette halfling.
Why would you do this to me?
I didn't. You did it to me. Rally existed before Rally.
Harumph is what I say.
Harumph.
I usually just call her the Uptown because of that. Master Admiral Rally the Uptown.
Uptown girl. Every time you say it, this song starts over again.
Yep. I always think of Beachy Boys for some reason. I don't know why.
Beachy Boys?
Yeah.
Joel? Come on.
Who are the Beachy Boys?
That always comes to mind.
There's the Beastie Boys. There's the Bee Gees.
Beastie Boys, that's it. Yeah.
There's the Beach Boys, but there's no Beachy Boys.
Okay.
Well, are they a group within your die?
Yeah. The Beachy Boys exist in this universe. They're a
the main contender to Ben's old character.
Rock band that specifically plays California like surf music, but just in the tone of Beastie Boys.
Oh,
they're just shouting about it.
Yeah, exactly. Very poorly rapped California surf songs.
I went to the beach and I had some fun.
And yeah, fun, and like everyone says fun at the same time.
Fun! Yeah.
Well,
I'm disturbed.
That was, I forget what the word is, but we learned a lot there.
Lore building.
And I think we can look forward to the future here. This seems very good. Anybody have thoughts before I go make a bunch of friends out of those sailors?
I seldom have thoughts, but she trails off intentionally.
I need to go track something down.
We just make plans to meet back up here in a couple days after everyone's business is concluded. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Couple of days?
Yeah. That's how long it's going to take for all this stuff to get wrapped up.
We're going to finish all these subtasks in a couple of days?
Yeah. 2 to 4, you know?
I can't get
to a few.
John do that fast.
Well, I guess I'll go make some friends. Snozby's going to go downstairs and talk to these here sailors and Admiral Rally.
It's going to have a discussion with BT. So your Twitter thing, how exactly does this work? Do you just have messengers who go about town to town?
Yeah, we have an information network, offices, and we're trying to establish offices in all the towns, and we act as news gatherers and news criers in every town.
And is it a physical mode of transportation and communication? Or is it some sort of sending stone nonsense? How
I
did
never
you-
asked him.
Interesting. I'm trying to see if I can usurp one of your runners for something, but if you don't have runners,
Sure.
then I'll just search elsewhere.
Well, I mean, the information will get there. How it gets there, I'm not positive.
It's not information that I need sent. It is of sorts. It's physical information.
I
She
don't
looks a
think
bit
we do
sheepish.
physical.
She rummages through her satchel or whatever bag she may be carrying at this hour, and she pulls out 3 books that look vaguely familiar but not super important. I got these from a library a long time back, and we left town before I had a chance to return them, and I feel absolutely horrendous. I'm just trying to get them back to where they belong.
Yeah, no, we just do information, not objects.
Just kidding, it's 4 books, not 3 books. Okay, Teffy looks very distressed at this and says, that's fine. Thank you for your time. I will figure it out.
Player-wise, I believe there's some kind of fox system or something.
Yeah, you can fox it. Speaking
Yeah.
of, Ethan, or not Ethan, Altian, we'll place Altian still within earshot of this. As Teffy's saying that and getting the sad news, you do remember that you have a head that you still haven't mailed yet.
I literally look down and it's like attached to my belt still, and I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go ship that off. With a note. Oh.
Are you kind in telling Teffy, reminding Teffy of the Foxit industry?
Oh yeah, I should definitely remind you of that. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Has Palius grown enough to have a fox outlet?
A few. There's 2 now, because they quite literally fox them. Modified running foxes from the Gene Wars. They are faster than most humanoids. They are quick, they don't sleep, and they can carry a lot. Up to 10 pounds each. Which is good, because your head's about 10 pounds.
Nice.
I need to go to the local tweet office anyhow. 'Cause that's a good question. I need to know a little bit more about my tweet network. How do they get things around?
So at this point, with you going as well, Schnosbu, we'll get around to your friendship making. Aborius, actually, let me cover quickly. Who are you going with? Are you staying with Schnosbu to make friends, or going with these 3?
Aborius, as Snozboop leaves, is going to look that way and then look back at Altian, see as he references the head with his eyes that I can't see, and then goes, that seems interesting. I'm going to follow Altian.
Upon following and finding the the close by Foxit location, we'll enter in with the 4 of you being in there, hearing from this gnome saying, oh yeah, the tweeters, they come here all the time, constantly hiring out the Foxit industry stuff. We've kind of worked out a little contract, we give them a discount and we handle most of their heavy work and stuff. In fact, actually, I just sent off a 5-pound package of random informations to get distributed and sent off throughout towns inside the entire Kingdom of Balashtar. It's really undermining the whole guild works and their messaging system as well. It's quite impressive.
Well, there you have it. You get a discount.
Heck yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna go up to these guys. I need to send something.
Okay, we just need to ask a couple of questions. First off, is it a perishable?
It's
You could
already
say that.
perished, if that's what you're asking.
It's already perished, and it's more perishable.
I just pick it, I just pull it up over the counter and I set it down.
Oh! We don't deal in threats.
Are you sure about that? I don't break eye contact with this guy at all.
Do I want an intimidation or a persuasion check?
Well, intimidation is better, and there is a head on the table, so let's just lean in that direction, I think.
Go with the advantage.
Right. 24.
24.
18 on the die.
You know, on second thought, no, I'm not really sure at all. I'm gonna lose my job. Where do you need to send it to?
I give him the address of the guild that they were a part of, that this person was a part of. And then I'm gonna say, I also need a piece of paper and a pencil.
Yeah, okay, here. Pulls out a scrap piece of paper, pencil, puts it in front of you.
In my, like, kind of jagged handwriting, I'm gonna write, you keep sending them to me, and I'll keep sending them back. And then I'm gonna put the paper to where the text is, like, front ways. I'm gonna turn the head to where her face is facing me, put it on top of her face, and then I'm gonna use my, what are they called? Bracers of... No. I'm going to use one of my custom daggers that has my symbol on it.
Nice.
And I'm just going to pin it to the head, and then push it towards the guy.
And I'm going to look over to the side and go, not tweet business. Not tweet business.
No, this is personal.
This is not tweet business.
Puts it in a box and closes it up. Starts putting adhesives on it. Yeah. That's for the area, the territory. It's gonna be about 4 gold.
I'm going to push him 6 for the trouble.
Thanks. That's mighty thoughtful of you. Okay. Anything else?
I also need to send a package.
Oh, please not another head.
No. It's just some books that I need to return to a library in Estrago.
Oh, okay. That's a lot better. Just some books? Oh, great. Yeah, we can get that done.
Okay. Table talk wise, what would the equivalent of like $100 be in terms of gold and all that jazz?
Oh, like a single gold piece.
Okay. Taffy's gonna put 2 gold pieces into it, along with a note that says, like, terribly sorry. I know these were due a long time ago. To Flessa. Just slide it into the cover sheet of one of the books. Then she's going to tie it up with like a string and then slide it across the cabinet to the guy.
Okay.
It's not perishable, I shouldn't think. It's just some books.
No, they're, to quote you, already perished. It's just 3 silver. That's actually a close by location. Just a bit more of a heavier load of books.
Cool. Teffy slides him a gold.
Oh, you guys are mighty nice. Wow. He can keep coming back. Okay.
Next question.
Yeah.
Who owns Fox?
That we're all independently owned. It's a corporate brand label. Well, they say corporate. It's not really even corporate. Basically, you can buy the rights for the name.
Who owns this location?
This location, it's owned by, I don't know, some crudgety old dude. I got hired by the manager.
Are you about to muscle this old man out of
Let me
this
talk
business?
to the manager. No.
He's not here right now. I'm the one on duty today. I can leave a message for you.
After the beep.
That's okay. I go talk to my guys. I'll go talk to my tweet guys.
You all tweet people. Tweeting industry.
So wherever we have our offices set up.
which is probably one of these bigger warehouse type industries, that type building that's... It's not filled in yet, but we'll get around to that after we go say hi to Schnozboop as to what he's been doing.
Quickly,
Oh yeah.
when they leave, Aborius is going to look at the individual and say, "What do you send these on?"
Boxes.
Boxes. Oh, that's fascinating. Foxes aren't usually strong enough to carry heads or books, though.
Yeah, these ones are special. They're genetically modified.
These foxes can carry boxes. What's not to understand?
Boxes that carry boxes.
I think it's
Can
their
I
slogan.
see one?
Sure, you can watch me send one off if you like.
Can I pet it?
And best to let the handlers just pet them. They can be a little angsty before they go on a run.
Effie just stares at this man.
Give me a persuasion check.
Most excellent. Oh.
No. Sorry, there's just a little too much liability if they bite you. Come another day.
What day? I'll pencil it into my calendar.
You know what? 3 solars from now, just the perfect person's gonna be on shift.
Effie gets out her pen and writes that into her calendar, knowing that more likely than not she will be gone 3 solars from now. But she's still going to write it down just in case.
He shows you the foxes, though. They are all much larger.
Can I look as closely as I possibly can, examining them as best as possible?
You can get within a few feet, but he won't let you get within touching distance. Give me a nature check. Not going to do animal handling because you're not within touching distance.
7.
7. It looks like a bigger fox. Like about the size of this halfling, or this gnome, that he could probably climb on it and ride it. Maybe a bit bigger than a bobcat. A toad.
That's a big fox.
Yeah, but it still has all the features of a fox, though. Still looks like one. He sets the...
They breed them strange here.
Not just bred. Modified. We play with their genes.
Boreas is going to look at him and squint his eyes.
Right. These ones are set. And they just go launching out into the night.
Well, I'm going to go find out how Snozboop is doing with his friend making. And Boreas leaves.
Schnozboop and your friend making. As the others leave the guild, you are left inside. Looking around, seeing that highly adorned, decorated halfling standing next to Julian at this point, along with what looks to be a very large human male. He's bald, heavily scarred, and also wearing what looks to be a uniform that is highly decorated.
Well, greetings. I presume Admiral Raleigh. I am Snozboop, McSnoogan, of the Three Watchers.
Oh, Schnozboop McSnoogan of the Three Watchers. You know, I've heard a thing or two about you.
Only good things, I hope.
Sure.
I've heard almost nothing about you, and that I would like to remedy.
Would you know?
Would you tell me all about yourself?
Highly doesn't quite seem like the right time to be telling you all about myself right now. A little bit of a conversation about what we're doing here.
What do you mean?
Oh, you don't know either. You see, Julian.
Oh, I didn't know
Julian.
Julian was there.
Oh yeah, she was in the middle of talking with Julian and this other very large human who have both just started looking down at you in this interruption. And
Apologies,
Julian,
I didn't know they were in a conversation. I would have interrupted them.
oh, I think it's right up Schnozzboop's nature right now to not quite realize those things.
All right, fine.
Well, yes, he's a bit of a social bug. Schnozzboop, allow me. This is Master Admiral Raleigh, the Uptown. She's been taking care of the Shallows Isles for nearly 30 whole cycles now. Years, as we call them down in Andrea. She takes another sip of a drink. Bless you.
Thank you. Well, do you enjoy that responsibility?
I think it's a hoot and a half. Have a lot of fun. Get to spend most of my days on a ship sailing. Nothing to complain about there. Oh, yes, of course. There's the voice in my head. Bless you. Wow.
Wasn't quite fast enough on that one.
That's okay. But you deal with it as it comes.
Oh. You have a sword that talks to you?
Yes, I do. You even know about the swords. What have you been telling the people up here, Julian?
Oh, nothing. I met Admiral. What's her name?
Sabrea.
Sabrea. Sabrea, and talked to her sword. A delightful individual.
You spoke with her sword.
Yeah. I told the sword that if you ever wanted to not be a sword, let me know, and I would try to help. Additionally, I have a friend in Malut as well that I chat with.
Yes, I see that now. This would be the one that Emlar wants to be talking to. Yes,
just the one. Just the one.
Moving along, this is High King Togoran de Andrea.
Togoran. A delight to make your acquaintance, King. I've read the book. A very interesting history of Andrea. Do you enjoy ruling?
I'm going to have to get used to it, aren't I?
Not necessarily.
Yes, High King, you will. People won't call you by your title here. It will be by just your name. Then please just call me High King. Ah, very well. High King, if you will. Schnozzboop, the Andrains are fairly particular.
Ah, particular peoples. Well, hello, King, to you. And...
Oh, it's all right, old friend. You'll learn eventually. King is just the king of Bonn. High King oversees the entire Andrain arrangements.
Ah.
Foreign politics get messy, don't they?
I see. Okay, High King. Well, High King, do you have friends?
Yes, I
and
have
more
many.
to the point, would you like more?
Depends on whether or not the friendship would be worth it.
Friendship is always worth it.
Not with the wrong people. The wrong person can influence you in ways you do not want to be led.
Yes, that is true. That is true. One must have a very focused foundation so as to not be swayed ill influences. I see what you mean. Well, I hope I can be one of those. That is good. Influence, High King. I'm a bit older. We may not be friends for that long, but I would like to be your friend for however long that is. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking, High King?
136.
A young man! Well, in that case, you will hopefully have many more years down the road after I'm gone in dust.
He seems to be frowning at you for some reason.
Insight?
Hey,
Insight.
go for it. Well, you're inside.
Natty 1.
Natty 1. Getting confused by his look. The uptown looks at you. Schnorsby, do you just believe everything everyone tells you?
Do I have reason not to?
Take a good solid look at this man in front of you. First off, let's examine what he is. Human. Alright, what do we know about humans?
They're kind of good at a lot of things, but not great at most things.
That's very precise, actually. You're correct. They are very good at a lot of things, but not very precise at most of it either. What about their common age?
You're right. That would be quite an old human, now that I think about it.
It would be quite an old human now that you think about it.
Did you lie to me, High King, at the beginning of our friendship?
Yes.
Why?
I needed to know how much I could tell you without you actually questioning. Efficient way of getting to know you faster. Would you not agree?
I don't know. I've never tried that method myself. But I'm over 300. That's no lie.
We have no halflings on Andrea over 300. We'd usually die before we got to that age. Constant war thing, you know.
Well, I'm a gnome, if that makes a difference.
He gives you a confused look. It doesn't for him.
What was that?
It doesn't for him.
Oh. Well, High King, let's try this again here. How long have you been High King?
36 years.
I'm going to assess if he's lying. I rolled a 4, so that's a 9.
It's a 9. Looking into his eyes, you're not entirely sure. You think there's a hint of his lying inside there, but your memory of the book that you read does suggest that is correct.
Okay. Okay, well, that lines up with some facts. Good. Do you have a family, High King? A High Queen? Some High Princes? Princesses? What have you?
Yes, I have all. One of my sons is currently seeing to duties, back in Andrea, so that I can be here. And my wife is doing what she does.
What is it that she does?
He just fixes a stare at you. Uptown leans over and... Oh, she hits a spy network of the Andrean Council.
Ah. Very good.
Very
Useful...
efficient.
Very useful to have around, I imagine. Well, I don't any longer, unfortunately. My wife passed some 200 years ago. I do have brothers and sisters, but not near here, unfortunately. Let's see. What else? Why are you here?
They both look at Julian. Something we will discuss in the morning. If what I sent goes on its way, the King of Balashtar should be here soon enough.
Well, wait. So the two of you came all this way, and you don't even know why you're here?
He promised us a favor. And when Julian offers to give you a favor, you don't say no. Yes, that is something I did.
Well, Julian, you must be in a tight spot indeed.
Yes,
Handing out
I
favors
am.
willy-nilly.
And can you imagine whose fault that is? He's looking directly at you.
Demons?
Close enough.
Well, I can see, not the most talkative, but that's all right. I've spoken to a wall for some time before, as well as a dog.
I'm sure the dog enjoyed the conversation.
You know, he was the only delightful entity in that whole village. Admittedly, I did feed him some of my extra food.
Oh, you see, now that will have done it. The High King looks at Julian. Schnorspoop, if you don't mind, there are a few things we'll need to discuss before tomorrow comes by.
Well, you better get to it then.
Yes, we will. Thank you. Oh, mingle with the... You brought your crew. Of course I brought my crew. You didn't bring your ship. Well, it wouldn't fit. Mingle with the crew if you'd like. I'm sure they're a hearty bunch. You'll find Shallows sailors to be quite different from Optulan sailors.
In what way?
Why don't you mingle and find out?
One challenge. Very well, thanks, Julian.
He escorts the two away as you start engaging with the crew a bit more, and they are a civilized form of rowdy. Very polite, while at the same time quite rude with each other. It's a weird mix. You at first would not realize that any of these people were actually friends with each other, as they are doing nothing but hurling insults back and forth and laughing constantly at it.
I want to go to one who seems a little bit by themselves a little bit. Are there any that are a little more just observing, what have you?
There would be a few that might be seen as that, but as you are approaching, you very quickly get that they're not observing the people, they're alone because they're observing the windows.
Oh,
They're
okay,
watching
that's
outside.
not what we want. I don't want that one.
Everyone else is very well intermingled.
Need someone by themselves. How about two? Are there two by themselves?
Yeah, there'd be two.
Okay, I'll go to those two. Greetings, good sailors. I'm Snazboop of the Three Watchers. Would you like to play a game?
They look at each other. And look at you and grin. Alright. Pull out a deck of cards and put it on the table.
A better game, I assure you. Here's the game. The three of us go around the rest of your crew and try to steal things from them without them noticing. Whoever steals the best thing wins. Obviously, we're going to give the things back. So really just borrowing for the game purposes. What do you think?
Give me a persuasion check.
It's a natty one.
They both smile and say, all right. And we're going to skip away from that
Oh no.
and come back to you after a bit as we go over to BT, who is heading to the Tweeter Industries. I'm not, it shouldn't be called Industries. Someone else come up with another name for that. Tweeter Incorporated? Tweeter LLC? The first limited liability of your die?
Just Tweeter.
Just Tweeter?
Sure.
So it's written, like it's spelt, tweet with an E at the end, but it's a registered trademark, so it's got like a little R in a circle, so it says Tweeter.
But people, it's just called Tweet, but people always mistake it for Tweeter because they don't realize what the R is.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go. That works.
That's
legally
good.
distinct.
That's good. Well, they're actually not even legally called that anymore. The phrase IRL thing, Twitter is now, I believe, open game. Because they're officially transitioned over to X.
Doesn't
Hey guys,
matter.
do you
We're
want to
tweeter.
switch website?
Do you guys want a sweet free user? Someone's probably already helped on that easily. They might even still own the rights to the single one. That'd be interesting. But you head over there. It is late at night, so you are getting the scouting crew.
Oh, it is late.
Oh,
Well, then
yeah.
I wouldn't head over there if it's late. I need to talk to people, the upper management, the
Perfect.
industries. This is the corporate office of Twitter, so
Home
I need the
base.
board meeting.
In case you're wondering, if you try to type in www.twitter.com, it takes you to x.com.
Then they still own the domain rights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good to know. That's
So
a
we
shame.
can hold on to that till morning.
Okay. Holding on that till morning. Then, when the rest of you get back to the guild hall, what you come into is half. Well, it's not half. Let's just face it. It's a tavern brawl. Everyone has broken into fist fights, and even still, they're still laughing with each other. Schnozzboop, you get chucked in front of all of them, land on your face and look up, and there's a new blemish of someone who accidentally elbowed you as they're bringing back to come up with a hit towards another one of their friends. The game didn't go as you thought. As soon as you started going out to try to steal from someone, one of the people you approached immediately pointed it out to the people around, winning you a clear slug across the face, and them an excuse to come up and defend their new friend. They essentially used you as an excuse to have a little fun with their crew. Pots and plates are getting smashed across faces. All of you see Schnozzboop on the ground there, in front of you.
I admit that didn't go how I planned, but it seems to be going well all the same. Friendships abound.
I'm gonna cross my arms, but I'm secretly hoping somebody takes a swing at me. Just so I have an excuse. I'm not helping you out, by the way, Snuzzwood.
Merciless.
I need to go on a nighttime excursion to a different mountaintop. That's where we'll do this, so I'll still show back up in the morning.
Okay. Perfect.
You know what I'm going after.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you're doing.
Well,
BT
I will help
playing these
Snuzzboop up.
games.
And I will dust off his little coat. But then I will fix him with a stern glaze. And I will say, what exactly were you trying to accomplish here?
Well, I was trying to play a thieving game with my new sailor friends, but they cheated and didn't actually play the game, and instead it started a little fisticuff fight among friends.
So, you were trying to get a bunch of crewmates to steal from each other for fun? How old are you again? Because this is the behavior of a toddler.
300 plus.
As he says that, one of the sailors comes stumbling back directly towards you, Altian. Now his back is facing you and he's stumbling, about to trip and fall. Would be in your arms if you tried to catch him.
I'm going to just take 2 steps to the right and just let him fall to the side.
Falls back, runs into the door, plows it open, falls into the snow outside, and one of the people, a very burly-looking half-orc, looks and like, new challengers! Comes walking up to you all. If you would like to get involved, they are going to involve you, should you stay inside the tavern.
Tavern.
Yeah,
I thought we were in the entryway.
The entryway of the
guild
guild. It's
Okay.
tavern entrance. I mean, basically, as you enter the guild hall, it looks like a tavern immediately. The meeting hall, whatever you'd like to call it.
Okay. Well, I am going to straighten my back and glare at this man and say, "No, I don't think we will. I'm just trying to get to my chambers because I actually belong here." And with that, she just marches through the crowd.
He fist up, stops and freezes. And stops and, sorry, ma'am, I didn't realize it. Everyone part way. We got a non-bystander. Everyone kind of stops for a moment. You see some chairs held as you walk by through the
As soon
crowd.
as she walks through, I'm gonna polymorph myself into a huge giant crab.
Turn into a crab, and everyone's "Hey!" and starts wailing on each other again. And Altian, that man, comes at you.
Joining it. I'm joining it. I'm just gonna dodge that and just flap.
Aborius, you just watched all that happen. Giant crab now picking up people, throwing them across.
Is there a chandelier or something I can hang on to above everyone and to stay out of the fray but watch?
Oh yeah, easily.
Aborius suddenly teleports onto that.
You watch as the night progresses with this open brawl happening inside the guild hall.
Rolls for how many people we clear out, Snozboop. Me and you.
Sure, give me a couple. Actually, just roll yourself a nice d12, and then roll a d4. Yeah, both of you.
I rolled an 11. And then a 2
Very
on
good.
the D4.
Oh, very good, very good.
4 and a 2.
4 and a 2. Well, being a giant crab, it's a little easier to knock out some people. You get 11 people who don't stand up afterwards, but slump down, clearly unconscious, but unconscious with smiles on their faces. And a couple of people get some really good hits in on you as well, so two of them get some good smacks. You're in a polymorphed form, though, so when you change back, it doesn't look like it's still just that one blemish from the elbow. Altian, you take a bit more time with some of yours, but you down, I believe it was four people by yourself. All of them bigger opponents, because you just naturally gravitated towards them. But some of them did clock you really good in the face. You maybe have a minor concussion, but nah, you're used to that.
Alright. Well, with that done, I go to sleep.
Most of them end up just sleeping on the ground there.
If anyone is actually injured, I want to cure wounds them.
A couple do. Your cure wounds help the sprains and fractures that accidentally come by. It's strange, random moments during the brawl, someone will sprain a wrist and that area will just freeze as they're taken care of. And then they just go right back at it.
Alright. We slept.
slept, you sleep. The morning time comes by. When you all find yourselves inside the guild hall again, it is cleared out. Much quieter now. Julian is... Well, he's not waiting, but when you get breakfast from Handel, he'll inform you that Julian is waiting for you all.
Alright. Once everyone gets their breakfast, I guess we head over. What do you want to do?
And everyone will be informed of this in whatever ways needed to get their attention, either through a messaging spell or some kind of runner, should it needed to be found.
Where are we meeting at?
Just Julian's office.
Okay. I'll be there.
And everyone arrives. Julian starts off with, well, I've taken the night on my side to organize a few things. The dignitaries are officially here under... essentially, they're my allies. And they'll be helping me legitimize the seat and the organization of the new government we are forming. Today we'll be informing the king of Balashtar that, and pleading to him to join and aid us in taking it back. With any luck, we'll be able to do it without any bloodshed. But, as we all know, those hopes rarely actually come into fruition. So we shall see. As far as your own ends, Emlar will be waiting for you up in... what is his name? Wrath's home. The two of them encountered each other yesterday, and... well, it looks as though they have a few things in common. But that will be just for yourself, Schnauzbub, whenever you're ready. I believe he has the best advice for where to start on your journey.
What's Wrath's real name? I forget.
Cinder.
Ember?
Cinder.
Cinder. Oh.
Cinder, yeah.
You drew him a painting in the first episode.
Right. I just couldn't remember his name.
Yeah. As for the rest, the king, once he is here, would like an immediate audience. I've instructed them to actually just come here, hence why we're meeting in this spot. I delivered to them an instant, once-use item to get them here faster. A gift from our collective friends. Unique things, but difficult to make. Arboreus, you would know exactly what that is. It's a teleportation spore. Very, very difficult to create. Takes a hive tree, so one of the original trees, roughly a few weeks to create one. And a lot of resources.
Arboreus grins happily.
Effie has to go through her book to remember what a week is.
You find, eventually, a week is a line.
Effie turns to Arboreus. Given the words you just used, you're of Andrean origins, yes?
That is where our beginning began, yes.
Care to expand upon that sentence?
Well, that depends. Do you want to know where we were created, or where we began our adventure as a collective?
I want to know whichever has to do with you referring to we when I was asking about you personally.
Oh,
So whichever is
Uh,
more accurate.
yes, we were created in Andrea and traveled here.
Through the green, yes.
Yes. We is me, of course. I traveled here. Sorry. Occasionally I speak in different ways because I forget who I'm around.
They're a hive race. All of their beings are connected as one.
Like those forests.
Oh, I do love forests.
I love a good forest. Oh, this is going to go splendidly.
Oh, indeed it is.
What's your opinion on bees? With that, the long-forgotten little fuzzy bumblebee one that I took from that island, like, sticks her little head out from my pocket.
The buzzing is oh so calming and just so beautiful and fluffy. And you'd be surprised at how many spores they can traverse across such long distances.
Puffy
I
blinks
love
at that
bees.
last bit. All right, very good then. Tuffy turns around. Shut up, Altian. We're having a moment.
Very strange one.
Did you two get involved in the... I don't need to know. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Hmm. Ah,
We got involved in what?
You didn't. You went to bed.
Yes. Okay, that.
Speaking of which, Big Ten, where were you all night?
Taking care of some business.
That's an
Enlighten.
activity. That's not a location. We didn't ask what you were doing. We asked where you were.
The long story or the short story?
Long.
Both.
I found myself.
Eat, pray, love. I'm familiar.
with that, there is a knock at the door.
We'll come back to that because Big Ten is not far too literal for him to have meant that. Effie.
Yeah.
Yes, enter. The door opens to Handel. Sir, there's some very formal people looking outside. One of them's wearing a crown. That would be our guest. Would you see the king up? The king! Yes, of course, absolutely. Starts wiping his hands on his apron nervously. Teffy and Schnorsboop would remember this man used to be a bandit before he got hired on at the guild.
Kelly believed in friendship.
Yes, he believed he was convinced of friendship and found a
Oh,
good
Handel?
paying job. Handel, yes. Handel, yeah. To say his name a few times to be able to get it correct. Handel.
May have closed for now. We hope you met a friend this go around. Tired and blurry you may be. We hope your minds are full from this revelry. Repeat